Wanted to have a simple Q&A about what you're seeing here in Orange County, what helps Lincoln Property Company differentiate and also truly partner with your tenants and customers to enhance their overall leasing experience.
Great. You have the HR director, the person that's responsible for attracting and retaining the talent and hiring them. And you may have other division managers, so people who are responsible that work with the people on the ground on a day-to-day basis. And what that told us is that tenants are placing a heightened emphasis on their working environment. And it's all about where are my people going to come and work? How can I get them here? How convenient is it? Where are they going to be able to go get lunch? Where can they get a coffee? Where can they take a break outside or walk through the park like at Flight, or come hang out in a courtyard like here at Culture Yard? Where can they live? Are they going to be happy at work? Because you're in a market today, as it turns out, that has 2% unemployment and a very competitive labor market. And really, a lot of times what differentiates tenants and companies on the hiring and recruiting and retaining talent front is what that employee's day is like on a day-to-day basis. And they spend a third of their life or more at their office or at their place of work. So why not? It makes total sense to place a heightened emphasis on office space. And from there, it just followed really just talking to tenants and seeing what worked. And candidly, in a market like Orange County, where we're a few years behind really the progressive markets like Los Angeles and San Francisco and so on, taking ideas that have worked up there and introducing them to Orange County has been highly effective. And it really just gives you opportunities to differentiate yourself further. But at the end of the day, it's all about what leases, and that's all about what tenants want. And so you just have to listen to your customers. Yeah, well, Flight was really a once in a lifetime opportunity for us that we hope is, first phase of many other beyond that. But it was really a rare opportunity where a city was put out for public RFP, a development, and had generally very aligned interests with the prospective developer. And the goal was to build the first ground up, purpose-built creative office campus. Build a completely different product type in terms of architecture, in terms of design, in terms of amenities, in terms of aesthetics throughout the project than anything that exists in Orange County, as a way to really place-make at Tustin Legacy, which is the 1,600-acre Marine Corps Air Station base that's being developed over time. So you really want to create that feel and that energy and that vibe and make it, when you go to Flight, you feel like you're not in Orange County. You feel like you're more in an urban setting. And so placemaking is so important in industries like retail and hotel and hospitality that we knew it had to be really critical to Flight and to Flight's success and long-term viability. And so we hired an excellent architect that was a landscape architect at heart to design it. We put a lot of thought into how the buildings function and how efficient they are and all of the indoor-outdoor space and amenities that we have. But at the end of the day, we really wanted to create a campus that would be a launch pad for development of office at the rest of the base in a very central location in Orange County that is probably the last of 2 infill sites that we have left. There's a lot of opportunity. They're all important. I mean, I think generally number one real estate rule rings true, which is location matters. Because a lot of times that's a gating issue to a decision maker. He or she wants to be in this specific location or submarket. So I think of all of those, that's most important. And beyond that, I think tenants are really looking at not cost, but value. And the project or the space that offers the highest value is almost always going to win. So value is, of course, how much it costs. And there are some tenants who say rent's not an obstacle. There are plenty more that say it is, that view value as critical, but it's about cost, it's about accessibility, it's about the specific space or the specific floor that the space is on, and then of course it's about amenities. There's an amenity war, and it's all about convenience and being able to deliver all of the services and goods that prospective employees need so that they can maximize their time and enjoyment and quality of life while they're in the office. So all of those things kind of roll into the value spectrum. Now sometimes location is far and away the best, and sometimes cheap rent is far and away the best in a tenant's mind. But generally speaking, because rent is such a small percentage of a tenant's P&L as opposed to hiring one employee or 10 employees, tenants are placing a heightened emphasis on the workplace environment and what can allow them to attract and retain the best talent, for sure. We are cautiously bullish, is the term we like to use. And I think generally if you look at it, the market, it's very fundamentally sound still today. There's been a gradual recovery since 2011. This is not the Orange County of 15 years ago where subprime mortgage was basically born, right, and dominated. Today's market is a lot more diversified, a lot more industries involved that are driving the market and are absorbing office space responsibly. And if you look at the supply pipeline outside of the spectrum, there's very limited new supply coming. And in fact, arguably, there's more being torn down or will be torn down to make way for new housing or mixed use or that kind of stuff. So I think we feel generally really good about it. And we feel great that Orange County's always been a very entrepreneurial market where companies are started here in 1,000 feet or in someone's garage and then grow to big scale because there's that type of talent here from both the executive and entrepreneurs spots to the colleges and the universities that are feeding these companies. So we feel great about it, obviously because we're here anyway. But generally speaking, it's a very healthy market.
Well, I'm certainly excited about Lincoln Property Company's future here in Orange County, and thank you for taking a pioneering role in the footprint.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, and thanks for sitting down with us.
Yeah.